I'm gonna come up with a name for this show like tonight. And I'm gonna just put it on the screen. Castle Studio, Chicago. What's good? I'm here with
Juice Mazelee. I got 797 born God in heaven.
So Juice Mazelee, man. Tell me about your journey, your saga, your plight towards artistry.
Well, I've been an artist most of my life. When I was a kid, I used to write poetry from probably early as about like 7 years old.
That's pretty
and
cool.
Kind of taking that and not deciding what I wanted to be really as a teenager. And I was into sports at first and just figuring my way around sports and like my life just outside of that, like a personal life. And just, I don't know, I kind of fell in love with music because it helped me express like what I was feeling, but like I ain't had no outlet besides sports. So I kind of landed on music through that.
About what age do you feel like that decision?
Like 16, because I was already playing basketball for my high school and I just quit abruptly to like do music.
That'd be heartbreaking for coaches. I can't lie.
No, straight up. I mean, it was heartbreaking for my whole family kind of because like they was really counting on me to like be like the hooper in the family and stuff like that. No, I just kind of aborted mission on everybody, but it was cool because my mom was super supportive of it.
So you said some numbers after you said your name. You said a couple numbers.
Yeah, so I'm like a 5% Nation of the Gods and Earths. So then number 97, that's the year I was born, but it's also just significant to me because in the Nation of the Gods and Earth, the number 9 represents birth, or to be like reborn, refined. And the number 7 just represents God and like perfection.
As far as Chicago goes, how do you feel like you fit in with your style here in Chicago? Because you know, like, or what do the world think of when they think of Chicago? They think about drill, right? So as far as your style goes, like, how you feel like you either fit in or can change, you know what I'm saying, the area?
Well, see, it's funny too, because like when I was a kid, like 16, starting like music, I have like sort of like a savior complex towards music. So I literally was trying to like put out the best content and like just kind of shift what we was experiencing as far as like a national scale in our city, like you say. You know, nationally, people think of drill, like, you know, they think of drill for Chicago. But I think with me, like, even the way I genre my music is alternative. Because I like alternative hip hop, because that's kind of like my lane. I just want to make something that's still soulful and familiar with our city from what we grew up off of, but like also take it to, you know, different places, just because Chicago, what I noticed in being out here in the scene is that it's full of diversity. Like as far as the artistry out here, like I've met artists that go to open mics and they just play their instruments. They don't use their voice at all. So it's like I learned that it's different layers to our city when it comes to the talent. So that's just something I think for me, you know, pushing my music forward and my art, like it's just about not really fitting in, but standing out and doing something that's just different but familiar.
That's dope. Cause you know a lot of people like they just like long to be different, yeah. But also too like it's scary because there's like no audience for different. Like you starting from scratch when you too different.
You just said it perfectly too, because like that's something for me where I always kind of struggle with it mentally, but not like let it bother me as much, because I think that the numbers game is kind of what discourages us as artists. Mm-hmm. Like we look at numbers and then we feel like, you know, this song that I put out, a song that you was passionate about, any project, you know, you was passionate about getting out and they don't get the responses necessarily by the numbers. And we feel like, man, like we failed in some type of capacity. But it's like I've been able to look at it like they're just numbers, you know what I'm saying? And we don't live in an age where everything is, I guess, shared on a personal level as far as music, because that's the way I think about it. You could get one stream off of a room full of people. Ain't that crazy? Like, there could be a room full of people listening to your track, and that's only one stream. Unless, you know, other people go out and look for you after that. But that's why I don't let a numbers game bother me, because, man, you know.
I feel that. So, what's the name of the song? What's the name of the single you got right now?
The single is called A Wish and a Prayer.
Wish and a Prayer.
Yeah.
Did you work with anybody to create the song, or it's just solo?
Yeah, so the song was produced by another Chicago artist, the Third, super talented dude. The hook, well, the whole song is written by me, but I got like some guests, BGV from Rudy P. Magic. That's like my initial producer, like my go-to producer and engineer. So yeah, that's the track. You
got a maybe favorite bar or line, something meaningful in there that's your part when it come on? That's your part.
Yeah, while I was writing it, so I have a part in there where I say, man, it's not even necessarily like a bar, but it's more so because the song is about like, because like I wrote it from a third person kind of standpoint, like as if I'm just, you know, talking about this individual, because I wanted to like sort of not personalize it, but make it like a thing that people could relate to. So The song is pretty much just about going through like financial rifts, like everybody do. But I think like another thing with Chicago, it's strange because like, well, I think it's just a social media thing too, but like a lot, like there's an upkeep in our city. Like, bro, you gotta look like you got something going on, and you gotta look like you maintaining your image. Or like if a rapper don't drop an album for 2 years while they just experiencing life, people wondering if you still rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? So while you could be just getting your life together, so the song is kind of just speaking to like, you know, that type of environment, like where it's just basically talking about being broke, going through, you know, your everyday shit. And so the bar that ended up being kind of one of my favorites when I wrote it it's just simple. I said, you know, I'm basically just talking about like what leads up to it. So I say that I'm screaming, this is last letter. It got me feeling like Stan. So if anybody ever heard the song Stan, you kind of know like, okay, you know what Stan was on. So, you know, I just speaking about it like, you know, a person is, they basically exhausted all their resources.
Yeah, it's over with.
You know, it's over with. You ain't got nobody to text for a favor. You don't have no favors. You don't have nobody to vent to. And so that's the bar. Like, I patted myself on the back when I wrote out.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, we got Juice Mazelee performing.
Wishing a Prayer.
Wishing a Prayer.
Thug praying for some change, was a creamy wish for. He sick and tired of feeling like he headed through a trap door. Phone full of text, drive some help that he ain't asked for. Maybe it's just fucking pride, but then again he might know. The niggas wouldn't lend a hand if he fell on spike flows. He talk to God every day, God get back when he can. He got some bills past due, he could sure use a hand. He's screaming this his last letter, got him feeling like Stan. Trying to stay properly prepared so he on time for the plan. Got no shoulder left for tears, nobody feel what he's saying. Wonder if Apple said a prayer before he took out his mans. I wish the karma never reached him, how he dished it again. Too many potholes in the game, somebody call a fill-in. But for this fake shit overtaking, everything out of hand. Nowadays supporting shit but sharing pics off the gram. So if he say he falling back, with a real understand. And if he can't respect that, at least respect where he stand. Hard times can test us all, in the end did he win? A lot of niggas think they seasoned, skill set hella bland. Everybody say he plotting, did he have a good plan? He used to think that faith was all you need to manifest bands. Learned that lesson by 19 when every dollar came in. It's a form of fashion, whether trap or rapping, all came from sin. Case in point, some niggas make a way just to give in. For every dollar that you spend, the cost of what all depends. Could've been a righteous man, probably running for mayor. Money talks like a motherfucker. Money talks like a motherfucker wishing and praying.